so you know, most all the reenactors here are part of an organization called the World War II Historical Reenactment Society. And we've got approximately 1,200 members throughout the Midwest, and we participate in events like this throughout the year. But also add all the troops you see here, all this equipment, uniforms, weapons, is all purchased privately. None of it is supplied. What you see in front of you, these Allied tanks, are from the 70th Tank Battalion, which is part of the Roberts Armory Museum located in Rochelle, Illinois. We'll give them a chance to tell us a little bit about their tank. This is our second battle of the day, and we're going to give you a little preview right now. It's going to be a little bit brief. I understand inside these tanks, it's 112 degrees.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is a 1943 M22 Locust-like tank made by Marmon Harrington. It was designed to come in on a glider. It weighs about 9 tons. It has a 37mm cannon and a coaxial machine gun on it. There are only 800 of these ever made. This is a very rare tank. Only about 20 to 30 exist in the world, and only about 3 or 4 actually run like this one does. It has a turret on top with 2 men inside of that, and then we have the driver in the hatch. And this is our driver, Steve. Wave to the crowd, Steve. Thank you.
This is an M5A1 Stewart tank. It weighs 16 tons and has a top speed of 45 miles an hour. It's powered by 2 Cadillac V8 engines, and it's hooked together with a hydromatic transmission. Very easy to shift, not so easy to turn. With manual steering levers, just like a normal track vehicle.
This is an M3 75mm gun motor carriage. It's a model 1897 75mm gun mounted on an M3 half-track. They use them for anti-tank duties and for fire support for the infantry.
I'll tell you a little bit about this vehicle. It's kind of an interesting history.
The German nomenclature for this is a Bren machine gun carrier 731E tank hunter. This was made for the Allies. There were some 57,000 of these produced throughout the entire war. At the time of Dunkirk in 1940, there were some 2,000 of them already on the continent that were captured by the Germans. So they went ahead and reused them. They had the MG-34 machine gun, the Panzerfaust rocket, and 3 Panzerschreck rocket launchers that were taken away from the vehicle and used and brought back.
We've got a Panzer I.
This is a World War II German Panzer I Aus C fast reconnaissance vehicle. It was armed with an MG-34 and a 20mm autocannon. The autocannon had a 50-round drum that could fire 50 shots as fast as it could pull the trigger. Most tanks in World War II were single shot. So it was small rounds, but they could deliver a lot of them downrange. They would use this tank to go up to like an armored, U.S. armored supply column, shoot it up, turn around, and run away before they could get taken out.
Here we have a group of British troops. Let them explain a little bit of what they're carrying and what weapons they have.
Hi, well, we're representing the Heinz Regiment, which is a normal county regiment, the main body of the regular Army, British Army. But this section we would have represented would have been the Bren section of it. Every man in the section needed to keep the Bren light machine gun firing. He would have carried, each man would have carried at least 2 of the 30-round magazines to the gun. I, as the gunner, would have carried 4, and then he, as my assistant, not only carries 4 in the pouches below, but carries another 6 for me above, as well as my spare barrel, and his equipment, and his personal items. So you would have wanted to have your boots of the unit carrying everything. So that's we would have been the red section, and we would have been along with 7 other riflemen.
Thank you, men. All right, that's the last of our uniform and vehicle demonstrations for you. Gotta give them a few minutes to get to place. Just so you know, all this equipment, uniforms, and weapons, they're all purchased by each individual. There's nothing provided here. Everyone provides their own. We are also part of a large organization called the World War II Historical Re-enactment Society. We have approximately 1,200 members throughout the Midwest. Make sure your weapons are clear. If you're interested, talk to one of the reenactors later. We'll give you all the information to join.